Have you ever felt like the world just isn't the same after losing someone or something dear to you? Maybe it's a loved one, a close friend, or even a part of your life, like your health or independence. If you're over 65, these losses can hit hard, and it's easy to feel like the weight of them might linger forever. I've been there, and so have many of you watching. Grief can make the days feel heavy, but here's the truth. You have an incredible strength inside you, and with a few gentle steps, you can find your way back to moments of joy and peace. In this video, we're going to share 6 practical steps to help you bounce back emotionally after a loss. These aren't quick fixes or empty promises. They're simple, heartfelt ways to nurture your spirit and rediscover hope, no matter your age. So, grab a cozy blanket or a warm drink, settle in, and let's start this journey together with the first couple of steps to lift your heart. The first step is to give yourself permission to feel whatever comes up. Grief is like a wave. Sometimes it's gentle, sometimes it knocks you off your feet, and that's okay. After 65, you might feel pressure to stay strong or move on quickly, maybe from family or even yourself. But bottling up those emotions can make it harder to heal. My friend Clara, who's 68, lost her husband a few years ago. She told me she spent months trying to stay busy to avoid the sadness, but only left her exhausted. One day, she sat down with a photo album and let herself cry, laugh, and remember. It was like a weight lifted. Giving yourself space to feel, whether it's sadness, anger, or even relief, helps your heart process the loss. Try setting aside a quiet moment each day to check in with yourself. Maybe write down your thoughts in a journal, or just sit with a cup of tea and let your mind wander. There's no right or wrong way to feel. Studies show that acknowledging emotions, rather than suppressing them, can reduce stress and pave the way for healing. Be kind to yourself, just like you'd comfort a dear friend going through the same thing. Now, while it's important to feel your emotions, it's just as vital to stay connected with others. After a loss, it's tempting to pull away, especially if getting out feels like too much effort. But those connections are like lifelines for your heart. My neighbor Tom, who's 70, lost his best friend last year. He said he stopped going to their weekly card games because it felt too painful. But when his friends kept calling and inviting him, he finally showed up. He didn't talk much at first, but just being around familiar faces made him feel less alone. Research shows that social support can ease grief and boost emotional resilience, especially for seniors. You don't need to share your whole story if you're not ready. Just small moments of connection can help. Try calling a friend for a quick chat, joining a community group, or even saying hello to a neighbor during a walk. If you're not sure where to start, consider a local senior center or a hobby group like knitting or book clubs. Even a smile from someone can remind you that you're not alone in this. These first 2 steps, allowing yourself to feel and staying connected, are like planting seeds for healing. They're gentle ways to honor your loss while keeping your heart open to the world around you. As you start to weave these into your days, you'll notice tiny sparks of lightness, even if they're faint at first. Let's keep going with another step that can help you find comfort and strength in your daily routine, making those tough days a little easier to navigate. You're already taking such brave steps by giving yourself space to feel your emotions and staying connected with others. These actions are like gentle anchors, helping you navigate the stormy waves of grief. Now, let's explore another way to nurture your heart. Finding comfort in small, meaningful routines. After loss, your days can feel unstructured or empty, especially if you're over 65 and adjusting to new realities, like an empty home or a quieter life. Creating a simple routine gives your mind and heart something steady to hold on to. My friend Ellen, who's 67, lost her sister a couple of years ago. She found herself dreading mornings because they felt so aimless. So she started a small ritual, brewing a pot of coffee, sitting by her window, and reading a few pages of a favorite book. It wasn't much, but it gave her day a soft start. Research shows that routines can reduce anxiety and provide a sense of control, which is so helpful when grief feels overwhelming. You don't need a packed schedule. Just pick 1 or 2 things you enjoy, like watering your plants, listening to music, or taking a short walk at the same time each day. Try anchoring them to moments you're already doing, like after breakfast or before bed. Ellen says her morning coffee time now feels like a hug from herself, and it helps her face the day with a bit more ease. Start small and let these little routines become your safe harbor. Another step that can lift your spirits is rediscovering activities that bring you joy, even if they feel hard to approach right now. After a loss, things you used to love, like gardening, painting, or even watching a favorite show, might seem dull or pointless. That's normal, but gently reconnecting with these can spark moments of lightness. My cousin Harold, who's 72, lost his wife and stopped playing his guitar because it reminded him of her. But one day, he picked it up and played a song they both loved. It brought tears, but also a warm memory that made him smile. Studies show that engaging in meaningful activities can boost mood and help process grief, especially for seniors. You don't have to dive in full force. Start with something small. Maybe spend 10 minutes sketching, flip through a cookbook to plan a meal, or visit a park you enjoy. If old hobbies feel too heavy, try something new, like a puzzle or a gentle yoga video. Harold now plays his guitar a few times a week, and he says it feels like a way to keep his wife's memory close. The key is to go at your own pace and let these moments remind you that joy can coexist with sorrow. Now, let's talk about taking care of your body to support your heart. Grief can take a toll physically. Maybe you're not sleeping well, skipping meals, or feeling drained. At our age, nurturing your body is like giving your emotions a stronger foundation to heal. My neighbor Susan, who's 69, lost her lifelong friend and noticed she was barely eating or moving. She started making simple changes: a bowl of oatmeal in the morning, a short walk around her block, and aiming for a consistent bedtime. It didn't fix everything, but she felt a bit more grounded. Research shows that good nutrition, gentle movement, and sleep can improve emotional resilience. Try adding one healthy habit, like drinking a glass of water first thing or doing some light stretches. If sleep's tough, a calming bedtime routine, like reading or sipping herbal tea, can help. Susan says her walks became a time to think about her friend, without feeling so overwhelmed. These small acts of self-care, like telling yourself, "I'm worth taking care of," and they pave a way for emotional strength. These steps, building routines, rediscovering joy, and caring for your body, are like threads weaving a safety net for your heart. They're gentle ways to keep moving forward, even on the hardest days. Let's explore one more step to help you honor your loss while embracing hope for the future. You're doing such meaningful work by allowing yourself to feel, staying connected, building small routines, rediscovering joy, and taking care of your body. Each of these steps is like a gentle hand guiding you through the fog of grief, helping you find moments of calm and strength. Now, let's talk about another powerful step: finding ways to honor the person or thing you've lost. This isn't about dwelling on the pain, but about creating space for their memory to live on in a way that feels warm and meaningful. My friend Dorothy, who's 71, lost her husband a few years ago. For a long time, she avoided anything that reminded her of him because it hurt too much. But then she started a small garden in her backyard, planting his favorite flowers, roses and lavender. Tending to those plants became her way of feeling close to him without being overwhelmed by sadness. Research shows that creating rituals or tributes can help process grief and bring comfort, especially for seniors. You could try something simple, like lighting a candle on special days, writing a letter to your loved one, or even cooking a recipe they loved. Dorothy says her garden time feels like a quiet conversation with her husband, and it brings her peace. The key is to choose something that feels right for you, something that celebrates the love or connection you shared. It doesn't have to be big. Even a small act, like keeping a photo in a special place or sharing a story about them with a friend, can make their memory a source of warmth rather than pain. The final step is to open your heart to new possibilities, even if it feels daunting. After a loss, it's easy to feel like your best days are behind you, especially when you're over 65 and life looks different than it used to. But healing often comes from letting in new experiences, however small they may be. My neighbor Frank, who's 68, lost his brother and felt stuck for a long time. Then he decided to join a local walking group, not expecting much. To his surprise, he made new friends and found himself looking forward to their weekly chats. It didn't erase his grief, but it gave him new moments to smile about. Studies show that embracing new activities or connections can boost emotional well-being and help you find purpose after loss. This could mean trying a new hobby, volunteering at a community center, or even adopting a pet if you're ready. Frank says his walking group gave him a reason to get out of the house and reminded him that life still has surprises in store. Start with something small. Maybe visit a new coffee shop or sign up for a class at your local library. It's not about replacing what you've lost, but about making room for hope alongside your memories. As you weave these 6 steps into your life, feeling your emotions, staying connected, building routines, finding joy, caring for your body, honoring your loss, and opening up to new possibilities, you're creating a path toward healing that's uniquely yours. Each step is a small act of courage, and together, they help you rediscover lightness and purpose. Think of my friend Clara, who started with just a journal and a few phone calls of friends, and now she's volunteering at a local animal shelter, feeling more like herself again. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What step are you thinking about trying? Or do you have a special way you've honored someone you've lost? Your story could inspire someone else watching. If this video resonated with you, please give a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more tips on thriving after 65. Don't forget to tap the bell icon so you won't miss our weekly videos. Thank you for being here, and here's to finding peace, strength, and joy in every new day. You've got this.